Hello. Ma'am, join me आपने? Yes, yes, ma'am. So after your introduction, then you can start. First, I will give introduction of our PMD, Dr. Kataya. Then your introduction is there. Then you can start, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yes, 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 sir. Okay, thank you. Good morning and warm welcome to you all. I am Vaibhav, your host for today. Our topic for today is Z certification and GEM registration pathways to excellence. It shall be taken by Ms. Divya Somani. She shall covering what is Z certification, benefits of Z, necessary documentation and step-by-step process. Our agenda for today is virtual inauguration by Dr. Sundar Kataria, invoking the blessing of deity, chanting of Gayatri Mantra, introduction of speaker, presentation by Ms. Divya Somani, question and answer session, and last closing session. About Sadgun Sangh conceived and led by Dr. Sundar Kataria, driven with the mission to elevate the quality, safety, and environmental awareness levels of industry. Sadgun Sangh is a series of educative, informative events aiming to illuminate professionals on possible solutions to current issues of industry and economy. About Dr. Kataria, designation and organization, Chairman and Managing Director, International Certification Services Private Limited. His academic qualification, Doctorate in Business Management, Mechanical Engineer. His experience are Rajasthan Atomic Power Project, India's first nuclear power plant, RAPP at Prawat Bhata, Kota, built by Indian engineers. Worked as a nuclear scientist for 11 years and successfully completed and commissioned the plant. Engineers India Limited, first batch of engineers to develop Bombay High offshore oil and gas fields, mega offshore complex platforms, trunk and submarine pipelines, underwater inspection, oil and gas equipment, etc. Det Norsec Versatiles, world largest classification society, worked for 17 years at various capacity for the certification of fixed offshore installation, submarine pipelines, onshore projects, and personnel qualification, ICS. He is founder of India's first certification conformance assessment body, established in the year 1999, provider of total quality solution, certification of management system, ISO, inspection, testing, and training qualification of personnel. His achievements and awards are receive Lifetime Achievement Award for the contribution for the corrosion technologies from NES International by NIGIS under NES USA, social worker, protection of life, asset, environmental and safety. So now I request Dr. Katara to please virtually inaugurate the session.
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
Please join us for the recitation of the Gayatri Mantra. Introduction of our today's keynote speaker, CA Divya Somani, designation organization, partner at Rangamani Associates, chartered accountant, Ajmer branch, head office, Kottayam, Kerala. Her academic qualification, bachelor in commerce, chartered accountant, Diploma in Information Systems Audit DISA, Diploma in International Financial Reporting Standards IFRS, Company Secretary and Insolvency Professional. Her area of specialization and experience are guest speaker at series of G20 International Online Confluence speaker at Sky High Symposium series conducted by Women and Young Members Empowerment Committee, speaker at more than 10 forums for financial and tax literacy drive conducted by Ajmer branch of ICAI, speaker on the topic A to Z about startups at Chittorgarh, Pali, Ajmer, etc. Speaker on the occasion of ocean opportunities for MSMEs, various government subsidy schemes in various colleges, Janashikshan Sansthan and other training centers to promote entrepreneurship. So please welcome Divya ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Can anyone of participants tell me whether I am audible or not?
Ma'am, there is some disturbances in audio, ma'am. Audio is not clear, ma'am.
I just stop the video and in that case I think okay, now am I audible?
No, ma'am.
Am I audible now?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, can we do one thing, ma'am? Please rejoin, ma'am. So log out and you can log in again, ma'am.
Yeah, hi. So am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. I am not switching on the video because I guess there is some network issue. So it's better that if my voice is audible, then it's completely fine. Before I start the session, let me know who all are the participants. Uh, can you all write in chat box? If you are a professional, just write your qualification. If you are, I mean, CA, CS or something. And if you are an entrepreneur, just mention E so that I'll know what is the audience so that I'll communicate accordingly. I request all the participants, please mention their profession or their business. So Anuradha ji has mentioned that she is a CA. Who else has joined? Because see, the perspective will change. If you are an entrepreneur, this topic will be from a different aspect. And if you are a professional, then I'll be speaking it in a different fashion. So that is why I just want to know who all are the participants. I'll wait for 10 seconds more. Okay, so Rendraji is saying that he is auditor from JCS. Okay. Then again, we have one more person who is auditor with ICS. Okay. Okay. Network engineer. Okay. Yogesh is saying that he's an auditor. Rajesh Patel is saying that he's principal auditor in IMS. Okay. Then we have Sumit ji, who is country manager. Okay. So let me understand how many of you know about this term ZED, ZED. So we have an Premji has also mentioned that he is auditor from AGSI. Okay. Okay. Sumit Kataria ji is saying that he is aware what is Z. So can any one of you tell me what is the full form of Z? You can unmute and say that.
Zero defect, zero effect.
Very nice, sir. Very nice. So why it is, I mean, what is the importance of this Z? Can anyone tell me? What is this concept? Before I start, let me have the views from your side. Yes, Prem Shankar ji has also said that it is zero defect, zero effect. But what is it all about?
The organization can produce the product with the good quality, zero defect, with the zero impact on the environment.
Perfect, sir. So is there anyone who is giving this kind of certification, or is it that the organization is itself saying that we are zero defect, zero effect person? So anyone, I mean, any of the manufacturing companies would be saying that we are zero defect people. So is it from their side, or is it some agency or some government department which is providing this kind of certification?
Quality Council of India, QCI.
Yeah, exactly, sir. So basically, this is a kind of certification by the government department. Like you have heard about ISO certifications, and there in agricultural products we have EggMark, and then we have also heard about Hallmark. So there are various standards. Accordingly, we can judge how the product is, and ISI mark is also there. So likewise, there are some standards, there are some specifications, there are some guidelines. If a product has those certification, if the product has those identified certifications, then in that case, the particular organization or the particular manufacturing company who's making that product is considered as a very is matching all these standards and is considered to be of a very good quality. So just to meet the quality parameters, there are various standards, but there is no government authentication for all of that. So all these are private certifications normally. So now the government has come up with one common standard, which is zero defect, zero effect certification, which comprises all these parameters, whether your product is of good quality or not, whether you are providing hygienic conditions to your workers or not, whether you are maintaining good standard, manufacturing process, how is your manufacturing process, so standards are followed or not. So everything, all the parameters, we will be discussing that. So all those parameters are given in this standard itself. So just want to know whether this certification is mandatory. What is your view? Is this certification mandatory?
No, madam.
Perfectly right, sir. This certification is not mandatory as of now, but sooner or later, government will, head in that direction, that they will make this kind of certification mandatory, because everyone wants a safe environment, a good quality product. So government is heading towards that, but not recently. they will be heading for it in future. So we were just discussing what is Z certification. So this is the basic thing, the basic idea you already have. We will be developing upon that. And just to proceed, any one of you knows about GEM? GEM. What is the full form of GEM? Before I start my presentation, I just wanted to have an overall idea. How many of you are aware?
Ma'am, it's hello. Ma'am, it's
Yeah.
government marketplace. Basically, it's a tendering portal which is centralized by government, and everybody moves onto that portal. So all PSUs have now removed all their tendering cells and have moved to GEM as a centralized system.
Yes, sir, completely right, sir. Normally, it is a procurement portal from where the government departments, the PSUs, they procure the various kind of products or services from from our pan India level, basically.
Right.
So earlier there was a tendering system and everything, different portals, different state governments were having different variety or methods of raising these kind of procurement. But nowadays it has been all streamlined, it has been standardized, and at pan India level, there is only one platform which is known as GEM, through which these government organizations, these government departments or PSUs can procure their material from people. So we will be discussing about that. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, earlier, the only disadvantage that I see is government charges fees. They should not charge fees. If you have any say, you should recommend that they should not charge fees, because they charge 0.5% of the project value as fees, which normally we would never need to pay any PSU because it was their centralized tendering system, which is transactional charges.
Sure, sir. We'll consider that. So you and I both are aware that we don't have any say in, policy making, but of course we can
So
recommend.
that is the only disadvantage with GEM. Baki, everything is good, ma'am, but it's that the cost of tender has increased now. Sorry. Please go ahead, ma'am. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. See, just because this is a very small gathering, I want you to all be very interactive because I cannot actually, go on dealing it one-sided. I should know that whether you are understanding the things or not. I won't be able to switch on my video because of the network issue. So just please bear with it. I'm just starting my presentation. You can all stop me wherever you think I should go slow or you want some details. Just let me know whether my screen is visible. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is broadly for MSMEs. So I think you all know the definition of MSME, micro, small and medium enterprise. So who all are considered micro, who all are considered small and medium. Basically, if the turnover is 10 to 50 crores, they are considered as in the medium category. So those enterprises are being focused more and more in all of the policies made by the government departments, made by the government authorities. Because in every field you can see that there are a lot of government schemes coming up for the MSME sector. And similarly, this is one of the schemes which wants to uplift this MSME sector by providing them a kind of certification saying that the products made by these industries, these sectors are purely zero defect and zero defect. So it is a kind of certification given by the department which you can use on your products, and the manufacturing companies can use this label on their packing, that this is being certified by the government of India that our product is a zero defect product and we are making no harm to the environment. So it is providing, it is very efficient kind of system which we have in place. So this is a kind of MSME Sustainable Z certification scheme which we will be discussing today. Here you can see that we have three categories. Z bronze, then Z silver, and then Z gold. So there are these three categories we'll be discussing. Who should opt for which category, whether it is optional or we have to go step by step only. I mean, whether an entity which is willing to take this kind of certification can it directly go for gold certification, or it has to take firstly it has to take bronze and then silver and then gold? What is the criteria? So that all we will be discussing. But for the time being, we should know that Z certification is classified into three categories. One is bronze, second is silver, and the third one is gold. So what is Z certification scheme? It is, as you all already know, that it is zero defect, zero defect, it is extensive drive to create awareness amongst the MSME. It motivates and at the same time it's incentivizes also the MSMEs for their certification while also encouraging them to become MSME champions. So from micro, they want the entity to become or to come under the category of small scale. And from small, they want them to become medium, and thereon they want to make them progressive in nature. So that is why this whole system is there. It is basically designed in a fashion to assess your system. Normally a person keeps on doing the work on his own. He doesn't know where he's lagging or what are the gaps he's facing. So there is a third party assessment in this whole process which assesses your overall system, your production process, your products, your hygiene conditions, and the various parameters they judge. And based on that, they give you a proper scenario how you can improve upon your process and you can, go up to the next level. So it is a kind of system developed by the government of India. There is handholding is also there in case of improvements required in any of the fields. So that is why it is mentioned that way. Just as I have logged in from a different set, so I think now my voice is audible.
Yes,
Perfect,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. So we will continue in this category. So, like I was saying, this Z scheme is made by the government department. They are actually a third party assessors. They want the enterprise to be evaluated or assessed by a different set of people who are totally independent, and they will guide you, they will handhold you where all you are making any gaps. So to fill that gap, to improve that gap, these people are there to guide you and to handhold you. So here we can see that this kind of system motivates. There are two words which I have highlighted here. One is that this scheme motivates you to become a improved version of yourself, and it also at the same time incentivize. So any one of you can tell me what are the kinds of incentives given by the department to take this certification? I mean, the government is promoting this certification in the form of giving various incentives. So are you all aware what all the incentives government is providing? You can unmute and you can say that. And if you are not
No,
aware,
ma'am,
then
we are not aware about the
okay, you are not
incentive.
aware.
Please,
Okay.
please.
Normally, what happens is, suppose I ask you to take ISO certification. What you will be doing? You will be doing all the documentation part, all the compliance part. You will pay the fees and then you will get the certificate. That's it. But here, the government is saying that besides giving certification, we are also giving you some incentives in the form of some kind of, waivers, discounts, subsidies, etc. Yeah, for women owned enterprise, Mitesh ji has very perfectly said that normally you should all be knowing, you should all know that for the women entrepreneurs, government has made this scheme completely free, whether it is at the level of bronze certification, silver, or gold. In all the three categories, this is completely free from the women entrepreneurs. So it is a good thing for all the women run entities who wish to get this kind of certification. It is completely free. There will be no cost. Government department people will just come. The QCI department guys will come and they will check the whole scenario. They will guide you and they will provide the certificate. What is the basic objective of this scheme? MSME can reduce wastage substantially, increase productivity, enhance environmental consciousness, save energy, optimally use natural resources, expand their markets, etc. So all these are the allied benefits. So once you get your business, assessed by someone else, suppose I go to some enterprise and check that how they are doing their manufacturing process. It may be that they themselves are not aware about some loopholes or some improvement areas, but it is always the other party, the third party will also always be in a position to make them understand that if this thing could be done in this way, this would have been much more better, this would be a kind of improvement in your whole process. So qualified people, they come there, they guide them, and they always help them in the improvement. Again and again, we are saying that it also decides on the parameter how eco-friendly you are. So again, that is one of the parameters to decide whether you are using the whether you are harming the environment or you are using safe technology. So if you are doing that, you will be given this certificate, and if suppose you are not doing it at this point of time, they will guide you to switch on to some eco-friendly methods. MSMEs will also be motivated to adopt best practices in work culture, standardization of the products, processes, and systems, etc., in order to enhance their global competitiveness and sustainability. Nowadays, as we all know, that people, they showcase their products online also. So it's not just the offline marketing, but it's also the online markets which are available. So if you are showcasing your products online, why would any other person purchase your product? So you have to highlight your key features. So this certification adds value in that particular aspect, and it improves your global competitiveness, of course. So what are the benefits? One of the benefits which is mentioned here, you can see that this kind of certificate, I'm talking about bronze certificate at the first instance. So bronze certificate is given within 24 hours. If you fulfill all the parameters, it is right away given within 24 hours. So nothing great to have a certificate as soon as possible. So it is just a case of 24 hours. As soon as you are done with all your documenting, the uploading photographs, basically it does not want you to provide any kind of documents, but they just want you to put your photographs of the organization, of whatever parameters are there. They will just keep on asking you one by one, and you have to keep on uploading those photographs into that particular app, which is dedicatedly for this ZED. And as soon as you are done and it is checked by the department side, then they provide the certificate within 24 hours. And does anyone know what is the validity of this certificate? The certificate you can always put in your premises. You can always showcase it to the customers. that we are Z certified. This certification
3 years?
is for 3 years. Yes, sir. It is mentioned in the certificate itself that it is valid for 3 years. So, what will be the next step? Once you are registered, once you have got this certificate of bronze, it is valid for 3 years. But before that, also, you may apply for the next level, that is silver or gold, provided you fulfill all the parameters which are mentioned on the portal. We will be discussing that as well. So it is not that you have to first go for this bronze only. You can directly go for silver also. The only condition is that you must fulfill the criteria or the conditions which are there mentioned in the category to obtain that particular kind of certification. Okay. So I was just telling, suppose you don't want to go up to the next level. So can you apply for the same level again to continue the benefits? Yes, you can apply or you can renew your bronze certificate again. It's not mandatory that you have to opt for the next level, but it is always advisable that once you have cleared this category, then of course you should, strive for a better certification to avail more benefits. So with every higher certification, you will have more and more incentives to yourself. So what are the incentives and all? We will be discussing that also. So I have just list down various benefits which are in the form of improved quality, because when someone else has assessed your production process, they will obviously guide you how to improve that production process better. So it will no doubt improve your quality. Of course, it will reduce the rejections which were there earlier. It will enhance the environmental consciousness, because the manufacturer would become more and more concerned about the environment and the safety issues. Then again, it will improve the productivity, because as and when the production process improves, obviously the productivity also goes higher. Improved profits, that is obviously the ultimate object of everyone. Enhance customer satisfaction, because if the process is overall improved, the product quality has improved, it is obviously the customer satisfaction will go higher. And then obviously the recognition. Recognition simply means that you will outstand your competitors because you have this certification, and you can, well put yourself in front of others that yes, I am Z certified. And this purely means because it is certified by the government, no one else has to, raise any question for that. No one can challenge that, because government has certified you that you are now Z certified. So while putting your products on online also, this kind of certification is of very much importance. So we can simply say that it's not just certification, rather it basically aims at enhancing the competitiveness of MSME. It also provides modifications in your process through guidance. It provides hand-holding, managerial and technological interventions, which normally, if you don't have these MSME, basically they lack funds. They also know what techniques to be used to, further their process, but they really don't have that paying capacity, or they cannot, involve many technical guys to guide them. So here the government is stepping in to provide them the hand holding support, the technological support which they want, so that they can also jump to the next level. So Z basically inculcate values. This is how we should interpret it. It is a tool to grow bigger and sustainable. It makes your system robust. It makes your product with less rejections, and it makes you environmental conscious. So again and again, as I'm saying that manufacturing entities should go for this. So whether this certification is for manufacturing entities only or it is for all, that is a question from my side to all of you. Who can apply for this certificate? What is the eligibility criteria? If any one of you know, please let us all have that from you. Who all can apply for this Z certification? It sounds very good. See, being a professional also, I might sometimes require some technological support.
Manufacturing.
It's for manufacturing. See, right now it is for manufacturing sector. That is just the phase one, because it has just started a few years back. But the government has a vision to implement the same thing for the service sector as well. But right now it is for the manufacturing sector. So this is the vision of ZED scheme to improve MSME manufacturing systems and processes, enhance MSME competitiveness, make them sustainable and transform them as national and international champions. Who all are eligible? As we have just discussed, all MSME registered with Udyam registration. So Udyam registration is must in this. If you have this Udyam registration, then only you will be able to apply for this. And suppose if you are not having Udyam registration, it's just a 15-minute process. You can directly apply Udyam first, and then you can apply for this ZED certification on the same day. They are eligible to participate in this, and then they can avail the benefits. Now, there are some FAQs or the frequently these kind of questions come to your mind. This is the first question. Is ZED mandatory? So what is your view? Is it mandatory?
No, ma'am.
This is not mandatory. Perfect. So ZED certification is not mandatory by the government as of now. It is simply a voluntary scheme which will provide MSME a roadmap to global competitiveness. So if you want to grow globally, if you want to make your product which is globally visible to all, and it is it has a very scalable market, then this kind of certification is a very healthy thing which you must have. And if you are a professional, you can guide your clients to have this certificate. And we will discuss what is the cost of the certificate. Just now we discussed that it is free, completely free for the women entrepreneurs. And let me tell you before going further, the bronze certificate is again completely free for any of the enterprise. So be it women entrepreneur or anyone, bronze certification, it is completely free. The other certifications are available at a discounted price. So we will see that also. So who can apply? We have just talked about that too. It's the manufacturing sector having Udyam registration. They can apply for this scheme. Does ZED replaces other certification? What is your view? Once I have
No,
ZED,
ma'am.
still do I have to go for ISO or other things, other certifications? Suppose I have
No
ZED.
replace.
Yes.
that
So
would
suppose,
require.
license issued by FSI. So do I have to take that? Of course, we have to take that. If you are dealing in, food products, then you have to go for that food license. So this ZED does not replace, but it is complementing that certificate. And there's one more thing which you must understand. Suppose you have the ZED certification and now you want to apply for some other certificates like ISO or something like that. Then a concession is available, a discount or a rebate kind of thing is available for applying those certificates. Suppose the cost of the certificate which you are applying is around 1 lakh. 75% of that is given as a rebate, but the maximum limit, they have put an upper cap also. So 50,000 is the upper limit, which will be given as a discount by the government. So that will be reimbursed by the government. So if you, after having ZED certification, if you apply for further certificates for the betterment or the improvement of your this entity, then in that case, the incentives which we were talking about, one of the incentives is if you apply for some another certification, but that should be accredited by some institutes that we will be discussing further. It's not that all the certificates are given discounts. It is only some specific certificates which are accredited by some specific institutions. They only will be getting a okay. So let me. So does it replaces other certifications? It is saying that ZED certification is based on processes oriented quality specific standards and does not replace any other regulation or requirement on certification. So in simple words, it does not replace any other certification. Does ISO etc. certified companies need ZED? all MSMEs which are registered with Ministry of MSME can avail this benefit. So there is a question in people's mind that I already have this ISO certification. Do I still need to go for this Z? Of course, you should guide your clients or people that this Z certification is an addition to ISO certification. This has completely different parameters. Next question is whether Z certified units still need to get other certifications. As we have just understood, this is only a complementary thing. So other certifications, wherever they are mandatory, you have to have them. But it is just that you will be incentivized while obtaining those certificates. Next question is there any subsidy on testing or obtaining certification? This we have discussed just now, that there is a subsidy of 75% of the certification charges or 50,000, whichever is lower that will be given to you, will be applicable on only one testing or one management system or one product certification after achieving a Z certification level. So it is only applicable on one certificate. Subsidies only on cost of certification. Certification body should be NACAB or IAF accredited. So these are the two institutes. If they have accredited some institute for providing this kind of certification, then you can have that on a subsidy. So this is the subsidy here. So likewise, you can guide your clients or anyone wherever you are working. What is the applicability we have just discussed? For the phase 1, manufacturing entities are asked to take this Z certificate, so they are only eligible to take this certificate. In phase 2, that will be coming up in later years. So that is that in that time it will be open for service sector as well. So let us understand the certification process. How does it happen? I'll walk you through on this slide, and then we will practically also see it on the portal, so that you will also have a better version of it. And you will not feel that whether it is practical to apply for that or not. So firstly, these are the 3 levels. All the 3 levels have been mentioned here. Suppose we want to go for bronze certificate. What is the process? First of all, you have to take a pledge, which is completely free. It is just that you have to apply. As soon as you go to the portal, you have to log in, and then it will say that you take a Z pledge. So you just have to take a pledge that I'll keep the environment safe and keep the hygienic conditions in my working place. And that way you have to take a pledge. And as soon as you take that pledge, online certificate will be available to you. So it is this certificate you can directly put on your premises saying that I have this Z pledge with me. Once you take this pledge, then again, there are some compliances which you have to do. Undertaking of compliances simply means you have to actually fill a form wherein some photographs have to be uploaded. Photographs of your employees, photograph of the conditions of your working place, photographs of the toilets which you have in your working place, whether they are hygienic or not, how you are keeping your raw material, how you are keeping your finished goods. So everything the quality control board will be seeing through the photographs. And if the photographs are not clear, they will simply ask you to re-upload the photographs. Within 30 days you have to rectify. That is the criteria. So you have to document and upload for the verification process. You have to do this thing. Then again, it is said that the same thing goes to the department. They recommend and they provide you the certificate. It is as simple as that. And as we have just walked through the presentation, I have already told you that if everything falls into place, then within 24 hours you will receive your Z certificate. If there are no irregularities, or there are no non-conformities, they call them non-conformities. If your photographs are quite clear, they are making sense, then they will provide you the certificate. See, this first bronze certificate is simply known as desktop category, desktop validation or verification thing, because you can apply it through your desktop. Then again, you have to download an app on your mobile to click the photographs, because you cannot take the desktop or laptop everywhere to click the photographs. So there is a separate app for Z that you have to download, and it is basically that premises, the owner of the premises or the manager therein, or any person whosoever is there in the premises, he has to download that app. He has to click the photographs, because all that is geotagged. Your location will be captured through that camera. So it is not that you can use some other photographs, or you can use some earlier photographs, or you cannot manipulate in any way. It is all real time. So all the photographs have to be captured in the mobile app, which will be taken on a real time basis, capturing your location, the longitude, latitude scenario, everything will be captured. And all these photographs have to be taken not through the professional's mobile, but instead it has to be taken from the mobile of the person who is working there, either the owner or the manager or any person designated to do such kind of thing. Then the second criteria is again the silver case. Here again, the pledge is to be taken. Then because I've told you that you can directly switch to any of the category. It is not that firstly you have to go for bronze and then silver and then gold. It is not a step by. It is not this step method that first you have to step to bronze and then silver and then gold. You can opt for any of the any of the certifications if you fulfill the criteria. So criteria is given at one place. We will be discussing that also. If you fulfill that criteria, if you think you are eligible directly for gold, you can apply for gold. It is that way. So in case of silver certification, here you can see that pledge is taken, then undertaking of compliances is there, then document upload and verification is there. But here there is one more addition, that is remote assessment. So a separate person will be assessing you. They will be coming for inspection and doing that. So this is again a kind of, this will take time. And here an assessment report will be generated, and based on that, your certification will be given. Then again, but still this is remote assessment. So the things will be asked on, online only, and then that will be assessed. And in third category, in gold, on-site assessment will be there. So people will come to your place and then they will assess the things. So the simplest way is to get the bronze certificate, but as the ladder goes up, it becomes somewhat difficult, because the compliance part keeps on increasing. So what are the incentives? Let us talk about that. When you apply for this ZED certification, you get this MSME Kavach certificate as well. This MSME Kavach certificate broadly considers the parameters like that was there in the COVID times, whether you are having all the hygienic conditions on all. So it is based on WASH standards. So this Kavach certificate will be given, as an in addition to the ZED certificate you already are applying for. This will be given in addition to that, and it is also a free of cost for you. Then what are the other graded incentives? So the other incentives, they are here. You can see that some incentives are given by the state government, some incentives are given by the financial institutions, ministry and departments, etc. For all the three levels, various kinds of certificates, various kinds of incentives are given. And this also we can discuss one by one as we see on the portal. Then there are some kind of financial assistance, like subsidy on certification. Like in case of bronze, I have told you it is completely free of cost. So 10,000 is the subsidy amount for the certification at bronze level. And for other levels also, there is some subsidy. We will see it later. There is some financial support for testing and system product certification. This we have already discussed. It is 75% of the certificate cost, or 50,000, whichever is lower, that will be given. Then subsidy on hand holding is given. Subsidy on technology upgradation is given. So subsidy on hand holding is around 2 lakh. So if you're consulting any empaneled consultant for providing you some hand holding support, then in that case, whatever fees he's charging, up to the level of 2 lakhs, that is completely subsidized. So till 2 lakhs subsidy will be given for that particular thing. So I think you can easily avail the services of professionals to engage them into your business and tell you more and more ideas how to develop it in a better way. And for the subsidy of technology upgradation, again, a subsidy of 3 lakh is given if you are purchasing any plant and machinery, which is suggested by some consultant, which will allow you to go for, zero defect, zero effect kind of scheme. So in that case, like you want to purchase some instrument for, testing your products, or you want some other technology upgraded thing, then up to 3 lakhs incentive is given directly in this. So just think of a scenario where you are not giving anything for certification, and still at the same time you are having subsidies for purchasing machinery or hand holding support also. You are having subsidy. So all these are benefits just provided by the government to, make you aware, and at the same time they are incentivizing you. If you are not opting this scheme, then obviously you are wasting your essential time to develop further. So these are the various parameters which we were talking about again and again. So in totality, there are 20 parameters, but it has been divided into various categories. So first 5 parameters, if you fulfill first 5 parameters, then you are eligible to have this ZED certification. If you fulfill first 14 parameters, then you are eligible for the silver certification. Then if you are clearing all the 20 parameters, then you are eligible for ZED gold certification. So let us first have an idea what all are the parameters. Like in bronze we have leadership, Swachh workplace, then workplace occupational safety, then measurement of timely delivery, quality management, etc. So all these are, you can see that they all are related to quality, measuring your quality or assessing your quality scenario. They are also measuring your supply chain, risk management, waste management, environment friendly things, and social corporate social responsibility is also there. So every kind of assessment is being done by the organization uh, so that they can provide you this kind of certification. So we will just be taking up one more thing here, that is there any possibility that we can have some exemptions from these parameters? So yes, I'll just tell you, I'll go back to this slide. Like in bronze certificate, we need to qualify these first 5 parameters. Like, so all these 5 parameters, if you qualify, then only you will be able to apply for the ZED bronze certificate. But if you have, if you have this occupational work safety ISO 45,001 certificate, then the criteria number 3 will not be applicable on you. It will be exempted. Similarly, for quality management, if you have ISO 9001, then parameter 5 will be exempted for you. Similarly, in the case of others, if you have these kind of certificates, that particular criteria will be exempted for you, and the rest you have to fulfill. Okay, so we are discussing them in detail because we can take one part only at a time because of the time constraints. So what all you have to satisfy in these criteria for bronze. So these are the bronze parameters. Like in case of leadership, what you have to say is that the leader, whether he has defined separate roles for his staff, whether the staff is well aware what their duties or responsibilities are. So their commitment of the leadership is to be, portrayed in this particular category. Then next is Swachh workplace. How the workplace is considered the Swachh or clean. So the images of the working area have to be uploaded. The pics of that have to be uploaded. And obviously, if the area where you work is clean, it will boost the morale of the employees also. Then next is the occupational workplace safety. To create safe working place, an organization should create safety policies. So whether you have any safety policy or not, whether you are providing regular trainings to your people regarding the safety measures to be taken. So all that will be considered here. Then next is measurement of timely delivery. Whether any order which you have taken is being delivered on time, that is what is considered here. So they will check detail what was the time when you received the order and at what time you have dispatched it. So it has to be, documented somewhere, so as to prove that you are measuring your delivery, whether it is on time or not. And the last is the quality management. The quality management simply says that whether you are meeting the standards for the supply chain, whether your product is meeting the safety standards, the quality standards or not. So that is how they will be checking all that. These are the various incentives which we were talking about. Normally, the cost of these certification is given at the left side. As you can see, the Z bronze certificate, it costs 10,000, but it is completely given free. Then silver certification, it costs 40,000, and then gold certification, it is of 90,000. But what is the incentive available? If the entity is micro, if it comes under the micro category, 80% subsidy will be given. So suppose you have already taken this bronze certificate, which is obviously free of cost, and you want to, step up to the silver certification. Then for silver certification, which is normally costing 40,000, for a micro, it will just have 20% of the cost. So just 8,000 you will have to pay in this category. And still, if you are a women entrepreneur, it is completely free for you. So that is how it is going that way. Next, and so, at some times it is free for SC/ST running enterprise also. So that way these benefits are given. For small entities, 60% benefit is there. For medium enterprise, 50% subsidy on the cost of certification is available. So this is the incentive which is available on the cost of this Z certification. What is the additional subsidy? There are various additional subsidy also, as you can see here. This is known as joining reward or the joining. Someone has asked me, is it free for women? Absolutely free. Absolutely free. All the 3 certificates are free for women entrepreneurs. So if you have any one who is, running any business, any women entrepreneur who is running any business, you must ask them to opt for these certificates, because right now it is free for women entrepreneurs. See, additional subsidy, as we can see, joining reward of 10,000 is there, and its validity is for 1 year. Why it is saying that it has a validity of 1 year? Suppose as soon as you take the pledge, you will have this joining reward. So as in when you apply for that bronze certificate, when you complete or you fulfill the parameters which are given, then it is valid for 1 year. I mean, as soon as you, if you cannot completed that in 1 month or 2 months, then still the window is open for you for 1 year to have this benefit. This joining bonus is available. So if you are directly going for, suppose, silver, then also this 10,000 joining reward is available. Suppose you have already opted for bronze first, and then you are proceeding for silver, this joining bonus will be utilized in this Z certification. It will not be used again. So it is only one time which is available. Got it? Okay, so next subsidy which is simply given here is, in addition, it is saying additional subsidy. So all the subsidy which you have just now read, that is available for sure. And additional subsidy is given to, entities which are a part of Spurti or Micro and Small Enterprise Cluster Development Program, that is MSE CDP of the ministry. So 5% additional benefit will be given to them. Then 10% additional subsidy will be given to MSMEs owned by women, SC/ST entrepreneurs or MSME in NER, Himalayan or any other region. So this is an additional subsidy they have mentioned, but right now this is completely free. As you can see, for women entrepreneurs, it is completely free. There's no doubt about it. So this is what I was talking about. This kind of detail you'll have to prepare if you want to go for Z certification. This kind of dispatch register, which showcases who the name of the buyer, when did he put the order, and when you have dispatched the order, whether it is in time or not. So just to have that criteria fulfilled, this kind of register you will have to maintain. So it is saying that for last 3 months of deliveries, you have to prepare this kind of thing. So suppose an entity is not in a habit of preparing this kind of register, then you should ask them to prepare it, and then only you will be able to apply for this certification. So this is the bronze certificate which you will be able to get. I have taken a snapshot of only the bronze certificate. Here the name of the entity is mentioned, the address is mentioned, then the Udyam number is mentioned, and here you can see the date of issue is mentioned, and below that it is mentioned that it is valid for 3 years. In fact, within 3 years also you can step up to next level. And if you want to continue with the benefits which are available in Z, you can continue with that for the 3 years. But if you want to enjoy the benefits further, then you have to either renew or step up to the next level. So how to avail various subsidies? This is the process. As soon as you get your bronze certificate, you have to apply for the hand-holding consultancy support, because all these things are available, but again and again you have to apply for that. So how you have to apply and all that I cannot take in this particular session, but I'm just walking you through how this is conducted basically. So you have to apply for hand-holding consultancy. So service industries are not there. It is only for the manufacturing sector. That is what we just talked about. It will come sooner or later for service industry also, but right now it is for manufacturing sector. So once you get your bronze certification, then you have to apply for the hand-holding consultancy. For that, as we have already discussed, up to 2 lakh subsidy amount is available for us. So consultation fees will be covered by the government themselves. Then you can whatever on the basis of consultancy, if you want to invest in any plant and machinery causing zero effect solutions, so that also you can do so. And 3 lakh, up to 3 lakh, this benefit will be given to you. In some states it is 5 lakhs also. So state wise benefits are also there. Then if you want to upgrade, it is just saying that once you take all this consultation is not mandatory. One of you have asked whether consultation is mandatory. See, consultation is not mandatory, but again, how will you prove that this machinery is having zero effect solution? Because that is to be proved, that whatever machinery you are buying will lead to zero effect solutions. It is in protocol. So that has to be, certified by some consultant only. So that way it goes. So this is simply saying that once you have the bronze certificate and you have put in machinery to upgrade yourself, then you must apply for silver or gold certification, and then again you can upgrade your technology. And again, this should be verified by MSME. So again, this subsidy is not given as it is. There is a procedure. You can apply for that, and who will verify that? It is finally the MSME DI. They will verify, and then further approval of PMAC will be given to release the funds. The whole procedure we can take up in some other session, but for the time being, you must understand that these are the subsidies which are available, and anyone can have the benefit from these subsidies, which are actually available free of cost to you. Just by having the bronze certificate, which is totally free, you can have all these subsidies. So before I start with GEM, I don't think we'll have much time for GEM, but let us do one thing practically, so that you will also have confidence that we can, apply for this scheme. So if you guys allow me, then only I will go for practical session.
Yes, ma'am. You can go.
So that we will be comfortable enough. So I'll stop the screen share here, and I will resume with the portal. Just a sec. So for the portal is, I'm just opening that so that you all can view at the same time. Let me know whether my screen is visible. Is it visible now? See here, you can see the portal is zed.msme.gov.in. See, be very mindful when you open any such portal. The website which is ending with gov.in is a genuine one, because this is the government website. So any government website normally ends with gov.in. So this is the correct portal, zed.msme.gov.in. You can directly check here the few benefits and everything. I'll just walk you through about the scheme and all. Everything is given. See, it is mentioned clearly here, free Z certification for it has gone. It is free certification for women-owned MSMEs. These are the various incentives. You can directly go to register now and register yourself for the benefits. For consultancy also, you can directly go and register yourself. There are various training programs also for people. You can register yourself for the training programs also. So what are the various benefits? We will see that also, that from MSME ministry we have some benefits. Then from state and union territories also we have some benefits. From financial institutions, what all the benefits are there? Let me just give you in short. The processing fees while taking any loan, the CC limit or term loan, suppose bank is charging a processing fees of 1%, that is also subsidized if you are having this Z certification. So even if you have a bronze certificate, then also around 25% subsidy is given on the processing cost. Some banks also give subsidy in the interest rates also. So that is a very welcoming step which every entity should take. So I'm just walking you through the site here. These are the steps it is saying. Free online registration and pledge, as we have already discussed. Then basically you have to upload the documents, photographs, etc. Then either it will be a desktop assessment, remote assessment, or online on-site assessment. What is the difference? Desktop assessment is broadly in the case of bronze. Remote assessment is in the case of silver, and on-site person will come visit and he will check everything. That is on-site assessment in the case of gold. Then finally you get your certification on the mobile app, and then you can start availing the incentives which are given in this portal. This is the statistics. As on date, how many MSMEs are registered? Around 2,95,000 MSMEs are registered on this portal. So many people, because as soon as you register, you have to take a pledge. So the same number is there for the pledge also. How many have availed the financial support? How much is the financial support which people have taken? So it's already in crores. Then how many people are bronze certified? The number is 1,82,000 something. And then you can see the numbers is in just hundreds for silver and gold, because the awareness is not that. And sometimes it happens that MSMEs are not equipped that much to fulfill all the parameters, but sooner or later they will be technically equipped. Okay, so we are seeing the benefits. So this is the tab. Here you can see benefits and incentives. You can click on this, benefits and incentives, right? It provides you to see at what level of certificate and in which state particularly you want to check. So suppose I want to see at bronze level, mostly you people are from which state? Maharashtra. So accordingly we will check. Which state should I opt? Please let me know.
Maharashtra.
Gujarat.
Maharashtra and Gujarat. So let me first check for Maharashtra. So what all benefits are available for Maharashtra? See, the first benefit, it is clearly given that 100% subsidy. We are discussing for the bronze level, right? So for bronze, 100% subsidy will be given. That is completely free. So 10,000 you don't have to pay for certificate. Then financial assistance, this 75% or 50,000, this will be given for testing system or product certification. So if you want any kind of testing, sometimes you have to go for testing of your products in labs. So for that, you can avail this. And if you want to go for some ISO certification, that also you can go for. So we will be taking up Rajasthan also, don't worry. So then international cooperation scheme is there. See here, you can clearly see that stall charges subject to maximum of 3.5 lakh or actual rent paid, whichever is lower. So what is this international cooperation scheme? Let me just tell you. People go there to exhibit their products. They attend some exhibitions. They participate in some exhibitions. So if you are attending any international exhibition, you are carrying your goods there. Your freight charges are involved. You have to have some stall charges also. So stall charges subject to the maximum of 3.5 lakh or actual amount, that will be given as a subsidy. So all of your clients who are going for some international exhibitions, you can always ask them to opt for the Z certificate. See, directly they are giving a benefit of 3.5 lakhs. Next is, again, here you can see, for attending that exhibition, if you are having, you are going obviously by airlines, then economic class airfare subject to a maximum of 1.75 lakh or actual fare, that is also given for you. So stall charges is given as a subsidy. Then your airfare is also given as a subsidy. Then your freight charges again is given as a subsidy. It is applicable for all those who are going to exhibit their products outside the country. So for that reason, the benefit is already mentioned here. Then joining reward, we have already seen 10,000 joining reward is available. Then subsidy on cost of Z certification. This is common in everything. This we will see in each and every state, that this kind of thing will be mentioned. Additional subsidy for women. This also will be common in each and every state. Okay. Now, again, what is very, very, very important is we all know about this credit guarantee scheme, CGT MSE. So for Z certified MSEs, 85% is the coverage, sometimes even a higher benefit. See here, you can see 10% additional concession is given for guarantee schemes. So normally 85% is given to all. But if you are a Z certified entity, then it will be 95% credit guarantee will be given by the government in this particular scheme. Next, what is the incentive given by the financial institutions? So here you can see the name of the bank, Northeast Small Finance Bank. So this bank is giving a processing fees waiver of 0.15% and also the interest waiver of 0.15%, which is very good if you are opting for this bank for any loan or any other thing. And the name of the contact person and everything is mentioned here, how to avail. You can just click on this avail. You will be allowed to contact with this person, or otherwise you can directly call or email and simply say that you want to opt for it. See, in ICICI Bank also, they are saying that there is a waiver in the processing fees. 25% concession in the processing fees is being provided to MSME clients post submission of Z certificate. So as soon as you produce that, you have this certificate, they will give you this kind of concession. Yes Bank is also providing the same. This ESAF Small Finance Bank is also providing waiver in interest rates as well as 50% reduction in the processing cost, which is very good. And SBI is also having this kind of feature. Then Central Bank of India. These are all the financial institution. Broadly, you will see Bank of Baroda is also providing 25% concession in the processing charges. Then again, it is giving some benefit here also in rate of interest, 25 BPS. So it's 0.25% benefit in there. Federal Bank, Canara Bank. So mostly all the banks are mentioned, UCO Bank. So all these are incentives given by the financial institutions. So this is all free of cost. It is just that you have to apply for that certificate and you will easily get it. There is I mean, for bronze level, they are easily giving that certificate. Just you have to fulfill the parameters. One thing you should remember, you should have a fire extinguisher at your premises, because they are checking that safety parameters also. So for that, if fire extinguisher is not installed, then you must ask your clients to, first install the fire extinguisher or the sand buckets, and also the safety measure posters. They have to be pasted in the premises. So these are a few precautions which you have to take while claiming this certificate. That's it. Then what are the other incentives? Additional incentives you can see here. Um, uh, it is there's a big list, as you can see. 5% subsidy on additional capital and equipment acquired for technology upgradation. Then you have 25% subsidy on additional capital equipment, 75% subsidy on expenses incurred on patent registration. Uh, Again, there is 75% of cost of water audit, etc., etc. So there are a lot of benefits given by the state government in this regard. Then this is a very, very important benefit which you must, convey to your clients, that once you have this Z certificate, even if it is at a, bronze level, there is a discount in the freight charges. And this freight, suppose if your if your client is if any entity, manufacturing entity is using this railways as the transport medium, then 45% discount is given in the freight charges, which is a huge benefit. I mean, huge cost cutting would be done if these benefits are taken. So the contact number is given. You can directly contact the person and you can ask the formalities, what is to be done, whether any form is to be filled up, or how you can avail this benefit. That is what you can obviously consult. And these are the other incentives. There's there's a long list of benefits. In every state, it will be like that. So as someone wanted me to check for the Gujarat also, so we can simply click on Gujarat. So, okay, so here we will check for, suppose, silver level. You can change the certification level, you can change the state as you want. Again, it is saying that 100% subsidy for women-owned enterprise. It is same as we discussed, same benefits. So these are the same. The additional benefits you will see in this case. The financial institutions benefit. Here you will see a drastic change. Waiver process, see 25% concession in the waiver of processing fees in ICICI Bank. Then in Yes Bank again. So even if you are availing, small this bronze certificate, this silver certificate or gold certificate, there is just minor difference in the cost, and the benefits which you can avail could be many folds. So that is how you must always guide your client to apply for this certificate. You all can note down this site. You can have this URL and you can check the benefits available at your comfortable time. We won't be able to see everything right now. Should I walk you through the gem also? We have only 5-10 minutes left. Can I walk you through gem?
Introduction of gem only.
Yeah, we can have introduction of gem, of course. Just a second. At least after today's session, you will have a rough idea how the things take place in gem and Z, so that you can, see it at your own pace also, whenever you have comfortable time. So this is GEM. This is Government E-Marketplace. So what is the broad idea of this GEM? Like you have Amazon or Flipkart. These are run by private organizations. The government has also come up with a single portal, just like Amazon or Flipkart, wherein you can showcase your products online. And from that portal, the government departments can procure your products. See, it is not open for common public. It is not that I can purchase from this GEM portal. It is not for me. It is for the government departments, government PSUs and other undertakings. They can, because they also have to procure items or many supplies they have to procure. So for that reason, they normally roll out the tenders. So this is a common portal which every state government is following. It is common at the central level that whenever any government organization has to procure any supply, they have to go through this GEM portal. And what is the important thing which you should know is, from MSME, they have to take 35% around of their supplies in a year. Around 35% supplies is mandatorily to be taken from MSMEs. So if you have your MSME clients, if you yourself are one of the MSME, then you can obviously register on this GEM portal. It is completely free of cost. At Amazon and other platforms, they are charging some cost, but here for the seller they are not charging any cost. Yes, caution fees is there, but that is refunded as soon as you leave this portal. So this kind of concept is introduced just to have a transparency and to provide you a better chance to sell your products online to the government departments directly. So all who wants to sell to the government enterprise, they may register on this portal, because as soon as you are registered, you will be continuously getting the details of the tenders by the government, what all is required by the government. So you will be keep on getting the notifications regarding the same. This is the whole scenario. It is completely cashless, contactless. Cashless, why it is given mentioned, because the payments are done online only, and because it is a very safe platform, you will be getting your payments within a month. That is what the general scenario. But suppose if the department is not paying you, you can always complain, and there is a separate there is a dedicated cell here, grievance cell, wherein you can mention your grievances or complaints. And then if a particular undertaking is if a particular undertaking I would mean here from the point of view of government. So if the government, who are the buyers, if they are not paying you in time, they are blacklisted also. They are mentioned on the portal. They are mentioned on the portal as these particular government agencies are not paying in time. So that kind of list is also generated on this portal. Government e-marketplace, what is the genesis? It is a one-stop online procurement portal for all government buyers, including central and state ministries, departments, bodies, and PSUs. It was launched on 9th August 2016. I'll directly jump to this stakeholders. We can all understand. We have to just stick to this: who is the buyer and who is the seller. Buyer is generally the central government, PSUs, state government, etc. While sellers can be OEM. So OEM is basically the original equipment manufacturer. They can also register themselves here. Then normal resellers, they can be the ones. And the startups, there's a huge benefit for the startups also. They can showcase their products, though it sometimes happen that they are not allowed to sell their products from this site, but at least people come to know that such kind of product is also available. So what is the statistics as on date? Here we can see that how many are the primary buyers, how many are the product categories, because here everything is being categorized on this portal, like what all products you can apply for, what all services you can search here. So it will be categorized in various quadrants. So only the categories which are mentioned here, that only can be procured by the department, and that category only you can sell the items. Suppose I'm just taking an example. Laptop is one of the category. You can sell. Anyone who is manufacturing laptop or who is selling laptops can register themselves on this portal and they can sell laptops. But suppose pen is one category which is not mentioned. I'm just taking an example. So I am a manufacturer of pen. Will I be able to sell pens on through this portal? No, because this category is not available. But obviously, we can we can mail and ask them to add a category for that particular thing. So that is a longer process. But whatever categories are there, obviously you can search for that, and that way you can apply for those categories. So what are the key advantages for the buyer? It is end-to-end system from registration to payment. You don't have to bother about anything. Payments will come to you directly. It provides transparency and ease of buying. Provides options for search, compare, select, and buy. Like in Amazon, also you get a scenario that you can search similar products by different companies. So same feature is available here also. Here also you can check that. There's one more important thing before I go further. Like till 25,000, if the government department they require some supplies worth 25,000, they can directly choose from the buyers, from the sellers available. Whichever product, just like on Amazon, we search and find it for ourselves. The same way they are doing that. And if the range is from 25,000 to 5 lakhs, if they want some products in that range, the total amount is amounting till 5 lakhs, then in that case, they have to first compare it with three similar kind of products, and then they can clearly procure it from the portal itself. They don't have to give any tenders for that. So tenders will be issued only for the products for the amount above 5 lakh. That is the important thing. So these are the multiple procurement options. This is what I was talking about. Direct purchases can be made by the government departments from this portal if the amount is still 25,000. If the amount is still 5 lakh, then this comes in L1 category, wherein they have to compare three options available. Then there is a push button procurement, there is bid system, then there is intent of buying, that is known as PAC, and there are BOQ bids also. So all that requires a very long time to discuss. I'll just walk you through what all is the necessary things. These are the various services which are available on the platform. So there are two broad categories: products and services. Various products are mentioned on the site, and similarly various services are mentioned on the site. So like vehicle hiring services, human resource outsourcing services, goods transportation, cleaning and sanitation, all these services are listed there. You can choose, I mean, not us, but the government departments can choose from whom they want their services from. So they can simply check that. I will just stop share this, and I will walk you through the GEM portal also, whatever time we have. Just let me know if my screen is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So I'll go to the home page. This is where you can register yourself. It says login. So whenever you log in, it will ask as a buyer or as a seller. So normally sellers can register themselves. So register as a seller. So for registration, there are some prerequisites, like you have, who can register here? Anyone who is having a proprietorship firm or a partnership firm, company, or any other person, they can register themselves, and then it will walk you through what are the formalities, what all are required. So normally your bank statements, your bank details are required, your previous 3 years income tax returns are required, Aadhaar card, PAN card, whatever mandatory things that will be mentioned, and it is an easy process to register yourself. But the challenges we have encountered in updating our products. Yes, so that is what we need to understand. It is not just that as soon as you create your profile, you will get the orders. It is not that. You have to keep, you have to first list your product here. That is very, very important. And how to do that is very obviously that will require a lot of skill. And you have to keep updating that also. Only those persons who are regularly updating or who are managing their catalog will get orders from the department. So the registration process is no doubt simpler, but just by getting registration, you won't get orders. It is a matter of, a lot of skill is required when you are asked to get the orders. So catalog management is one of the aspect where professionals can help you out. If an entity does not have any time, then this is a very good opportunity for the professionals. They can learn how to develop this kind of skill, how to manage the catalogs. So I'm just walking you through this browse option. Also here also it is give see, suppose you want to see what all products are available here. So I'll just mention here, see, just a second. Suppose I mention your laptop. So these are the various products. Here I will also see how much, see, you can see there's a huge discount available here. But obviously it is available for the government enterprises. They can only procure it from this site. You can see the details by clicking on any one of that further. So all this kind of product listing, managing the product catalog, that all you have to do. And this can be handled by any professional also. This is a very good kind of business opportunity for any professional. And similarly, what all bids are available, that also you can see, like bidding is also mentioned here. So this way, I mean, if you want to see the bids, it will showcase all the bids. We have to log in through our ID. Otherwise, here you can see bids, list of bids are available. These are the various bids. Suppose you want to, this is showing all the bids which are there. If you want to specify for a particular product, you can do so. You can mention the product here. Suppose for laptop, what are the bids? So it will tell you that the starting date is 14 June and it will end on 15 June. This is one of the bids where you can participate by this department. So everything is given here. That way you can always see nowadays, if I'm talking about from a professional point of view, your business partners, your the clients, they generally demand much more from you nowadays. So if you can tell them that this kind of Z certification is available, gem portal is available, wherein you can increase your sales and you can increase your visibility, that will no doubt help them grow, and simultaneously it will help you also to grow with them. So that is all from my side. I think we can wrap up the session. Any questions, anyone? I'll be happy to take that. Yeah, sure. I'll again share my screen. It was there on the PPT. It's 97722. I can mention in the chat box, in fact, if you want. Just a second. I'll also mention in the chat box.
Thank you, ma'am, for your presentation and explaining topic in simplifying way. So now I request all the participants and delegates, if you have any question, you can unmute yourself and ask directly to the ma'am, or you can put your questions in the chat box also.
Ma'am, this is Surendra Singh. I have 2-3 questions on ZED.
Yes, sir.
You told earlier very well that consultant is not mandatory, but it helps to the organization to implement the ZED scheme in the smooth manner. Now I'm
Yes.
asking how if I'm going to implement this ZED scheme in my organization, from where I can get this consultant? I can hire any consultant, or there is a restriction to me that I will select only in this business list?
Sir, only empaneled consultants' fees will be given as a subsidy. That is for sure. So on the portal itself, there is a list of empaneled consultants.
Right, ma'am. The second question is, once I'm going to implement the ZED scheme in my organization, and I have also the other certificates. So, should I prepare
So you
more
already have
documents?
a ZED certificate, or you will be applying for that?
I'm going to apply this ZED certificate, and if, I have also the other certificates. So, should I prepare the other related documents to this ZED certification, or can I use my existing documents to ZED certification?
So whatever existing things you have, if they are exempted in any of the parameters, that will be considered while taking that ZED certification. As I've also discussed now, in one of my slides that was mentioned, if you have some ISO certification, which is mentioned in one of the parameters, then that will be given as an exemption to you. But after obtaining ZED certification, if you want to have another certificate, that for that for obtaining that particular certificate, you will have a discount of 50,000.
Okay, ma'am. The last question is, I did also the ZED certification course in 2017, and so many changes now, this implemented by the ZED scheme. So, from where I can get this checklist, because earlier I
It's there on
remember
the
that
portal.
in
It's there on the
2017.
portal. It's there on the
Right,
portal.
right,
Everything is
right, ma'am.
crystal
Thank you.
clear on the portal. It's just one website which you have to remember: zed.msme.gov.in. And it is very user friendly, sir. As soon as you go on the site, there are various fields, and it will clearly walk you through the checklist parameters.
Okay, one more question, ma'am. It will be
Sure,
the
sir.
last question.
Sure, sir.
Yesterday
No
I
problem.
was in, just, okay. Yesterday I was in one of the management system audit, and I found yesterday that this organization was certified by the gold, gold ZED scheme. Okay, I explored the lot of the observation with my standard audit with this my management system audit observations, which directly correlate with the ZED also ZED gold this scheme. Okay, pertaining to the safety observation. So, if any liability will come on the ZED assessor if someone will explore the new things on that organization?
Sir, the liability is not yet mentioned because no fine is there as such. But you can always, internally you can ask the entity to, remain compliant, because ZED audits have not started yet. It is, it is only in the implementation phase. So what government is requiring everyone to have ZED certificates. Then maybe in later scenarios, later years, we will have a situation wherein ZED audits will also take place.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Is there any more questions you can ask to the ma'am?
I think there are no more questions. We can wrap up the session.
So thank you.
Thank you very much.
So
Thank
before
you.
we wind up, ma'am, I would like to give one small announcement is there. So as we know, yoga is an invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition, embodies unity of mind, body, restraint, and fulfillment, harmony between man and nature, a holistic approach to health and well-being. So on the occasion of International Yoga Day, we at International Certification Services plan to have national meet online on Zoom platform on coming Saturday, that is 22nd of June 2024. The program will be conducted in association with Sundar Jayaram Kataria Foundation. In that, we on 22nd we have organized various programs like National Meet on 22nd June on Zoom platform, promotion and yoga awareness activities, poster competition, essay competition, and short video. The link for the registration you will get through the email. So wait for that email, and I request everyone to to participate in that event and make this conclave very successful. And also we have two speakers for 22nd of June. That is Miss Unnati Kasturi ma'am. Her topic is yoga as medicine, a comprehensive approach to disease management. Also we have Mr. Yogiraj Bharat Bhushan Bharetendu sir. His topic is on जीवन में योगा का महत्व. ICS is pleased to provide you all its research and development, integrated management system, QMS, EMS, and OHSS, excellence in education management, ISO made easy in Gujarati, Marathi, Telugu, and Hindi. For reading any of the above book, please contact Ms. Sushma Kindalkar on the given contact details. Feedback form, please register on www.sadgunsung.org and go in your login and give your valued feedback to us. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you all the participants and delegates for the today's session. And also we have our official YouTube channel. On that you can find all our recorded sessions. So you can also go through that YouTube channel. So thank you, ma'am. And now we officially close the session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all. Bye.